From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Monday, April 11th, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. A bridge in Shenandoah has been closed to traffic due to structural problems. Route 924 bridge is currently under construction. Work crews completely shut down the bridge earlier this morning after they found problems on the deck of the northbound lane. It will be closed until further notice, and traffic is being detoured onto Harold Road and Laurel Street. It is not known yet if the closure will be temporary or if the problems will close both north and southbound lanes until the construction is completed. A Pringle man was arrested for allegedly stabbing someone in the area of North Sherman Court in Wilkes-Barre. The incident occurred around 11:30 p.m. on Sunday night. 47-year-old James Harris stabbed the victim during an altercation. The victim was treated at the scene and then taken to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley. He is said to be in stable condition. Harris was charged with aggravated assault and taken to the Luzerne County Prison. A 75-year-old Berwick man was arrested after an investigation into possible sexual assault of a female juvenile. James Lee Hall was charged with indecent assault with a person less than 13 years of age and corruption of minors. Borough Police said it was back on July 1st of last year when they were notified by Columbia County Children and Youth Services of the possible abuse that occurred 6 to 7 years ago in Berwick. Wall was identified as the alleged perpetrator. After a thorough investigation, criminal charges were filed. Bail was set at $50,000 unsecured, and he waived his right to a preliminary hearing. A Rhode Island man was killed after an accident on Kidder Street in Wilkes-Barre over the weekend. County Deputy Coroner Caitlin Keating identified the man as 34-year-old Jamie Avalos of Central Falls. He died at 11 o'clock Saturday night shortly after arriving at Geisinger, Wyoming Valley Medical Center in Plains. City police say the crash happened around 10:15. They say Avalos' vehicle rolled 3 times before hitting a utility pole in front of the lamp factory. Avalos was ejected from that vehicle. It will cost you a little bit less to mail a check to pay a bill. The cost of a postage stamp has dropped by 2 cents effective yesterday. It went from 49 cents to 47 cents. The U.S. Postal Service was ordered to cut the price by its regulator. It's not crazy about it, but UPS said the cost cut will cost it $2 billion this year. It's asking for a change in rate setting process that could allow it to enact steeper rate hikes in the future. The Postal Regulatory Commission is the independent government agency which oversees the post office and its pricing. There was a drug raid at a home in Lee Park, Hanover Township over the weekend. Police haven't released a lot of information but say that Hanover Township Police were led the agency with assist from Ashley Police. They say drugs and materials for packaging them or for sale were seized on Saturday. The names of those arrested have not been released. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump is opening a campaign office in Hazleton. WYLN learned this news this afternoon. The headquarters will be located in the Strip Mall on South Church Street, across from the Beltway Diner. The office will officially open this Saturday, April 16th at 10 a.m. Congressman Lou Barletta and representatives from Trump's campaign will be there for the official opening. Shenandoah will be getting new vehicles. That's thanks to a USDA Rural Development Loan and Grant combination. Rural Development, the former Farmers Home Administration, was able to provide funding through a low-interest loan of $53,800 and approved a $49,900 grant. This loan and grant combination will be used to purchase 2 vehicles, a 2016 Ford SUV police cruiser and a Ford F-350 4x4 dump truck to be used for street maintenance. In Pennsylvania last year, the USDA Community Facility Program invested over $199 million in rural Pennsylvania through 58 community facilities, loans, and grants. WYLN is pleased to announce that we will be hosting a live primary Republican debate for the 17th Congressional District. Currently, Matt Cartwright holds that seat in Washington, but his seat is up. Republicans Matt Connolly and Glenn Geisinger will go head-to-head in the debate to claim the spot on that Republican ticket. The debate will be held live here on WYLN Monday, April 18th from 7 to 8 p.m. Topic A host Gary Perna will moderate, and host of WYLN's The Storm, Tiffany Cloud, and LULAC political blog editor David Yonkai will be among the panelists asking questions. The winner of this April 26th primary will face off against Cartwright in the general election this November. Stay tuned to WYLN for more details on this upcoming debate. Time now for a first look at our forecast. Rain, and more rain, but what do the next several days look like temperature-wise? Hopefully more like spring. WYLN's Gary Perna is in for Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik and is in the Weather Center with all the details. Gary?
Well, Ann, we can say that the rain, I think, is finally over for now. And the 7-day forecast is looking pretty good. But look currently across the nation, not looking too bad. 50s and 60s throughout most of this great nation. 70s down in Florida at 80. And 70 out in Phoenix. Now, the past 24 hours here at home, and not looking too bad. 50 in Wilkes-Barre, 56 in Selinsgrove, 44 in Mount Pocono. The low temperatures we started off this morning aren't too bad either. We got some of that rain coming through the area. So as we look forward, not looking too bad. Nothing major going on. And this weekend, well, it's looking really good so far. The complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Thanks, Gary. Coming up next, Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassett is looking at hiring 3 part-time parking enforcement officers to increase revenue. Plus, it's Medical Monday here on WYLN News, which means Tingo from Physical Therapy and Balance Centers in Hazleton is here to talk about BPPV. Find out what that is and much more here on WYLN News. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, Weather with Meteorologist Joe Garbacik, and Sports with Eric DeBerardinis.
Welcome to the Extreme, the place where the greatest strength is your amazing enthusiasm, where there's nothing more explosive than the sound of your applause. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey presents Circus Extreme. Get ready for the greatest show on earth. Dare to experience Circus Extreme. Kids tickets are $10, playing April 28th through May 1st at Mohegan Sun Arena at Casey Plaza. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com.
Combined Insurance makes it easy to protect you and your loved ones by paying cash directly to you when you need it most. Whether you're looking for accident and sickness, disability, or life coverage, Combined Insurance has a policy to meet your needs and fit your budget. Call John Ravello, 570-499-0504 for an appointment to help determine the best coverage for you. That's John Ravello, 570-499-0504.
Changes are underway for parking in downtown Hazleton. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more.
Next time you take a trip to downtown Hazleton, you might want to be more cautious when parking at a meter. Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassett is working hard to increase meter enforcement throughout the city.
I took a walk around town and went to all the parking meters, which there's 382 meters. It's 3.4 miles. And I noticed that there were 89 violations, 32 meters that were occupied that were not working, and a few meters that were missing. So I would like to bring in additional parking enforcement to help, enforce the parking situation downtown.
There is a possibility the city may get new parking meters in the near future.
We did invite meter companies to come in and show us what they offer. There's one that I'm really impressed with is a meter that has video cameras, security cameras, and also license plate readers. They accept coins, credit cards, and the Pay and Go, which would be the online phone app that we recently signed up for.
The city is working on getting Pango up and running soon. Pango is an app that allows you to pay for parking using your smartphone.
Pango should be in effect within the next month or so. We did designate the areas that will be patrolled or maintained that will go into effect. I personally have been using Pango for about 6 months to a year now, and I think it works out fine.
Today, Mayor Jeff Cassett hired more parking enforcement officers to better control the meters in the city of Hazleton.
They started this morning, so they will be enforcing downtown meters. Like I said, there's 382 or 392 meters that will be patrolled daily.
Cassett explains the difference in violation compared to no violation.
Like I said before, there was that day I went for a walk, there was 89 violations. If they were all ticketed, it would be $890. If they would have put the dollar in the meter, it would have been $89. So there's a big difference in violation compared to no violation.
Cassett just wants people to obey the rules.
Ideally, we don't want to give any tickets out. We want people to obey the parking meters, put their 25 cents in, their dollars in, and that's what we want. You know, we're not looking to, give tickets. We want people to just plug the meters.
In Hazleton, for WILN News, I'm Erin Harvey.
Thanks, Aaron. Coming up next, Gary Perna is back with a full look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
Mary's dress sweet, like a vision she dances.
On April 23rd, the LC Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton will present the B Street Band, the original Bruce Springsteen tribute band, at 7:30. Nearly 5,500 performances and 34 years later, the B Street Band is still the hardest working tribute band on the circuit. Tickets are on sale now at the locations on your screen. The B Street Band, April 23rd at the Alice Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi Electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
The Helping Hand Society's annual telethon will be held Saturday, April 23rd, live from the Health and Wellness Center at Hazleton and broadcast on WILN TV 35. Enjoy local and regional entertainment all day Saturday from noon until 11 p.m. The Helping Hand Society's annual telethon live from the Health and Wellness Center at Hazleton on WILN TV 35.
Well, welcome back to WILN News, and we're outside now, and not too bad out here. A couple of drizzles coming through. The sky is starting to break up a little bit as we head close to the 6 o'clock hour. And you know what? Today wasn't too bad. The rain, it was a Monday, kind of made it gloomy, but not too bad looking for the rest of the week. Let's take a look now at the graphic. There were no watches, there were no warnings out in effect today. So this rain, wasn't too bad. It was just a nice rain, to dampen our Mondays, but, got us ready in the spirit to go back to work on Monday, unfortunately. But hey, we got to do what we got to do, and the rain has now moved through the area and made for a great day. So let's talk about that rain. So far throughout the area in the past 24 hours, Wilkes-Barre coming with a 0.20 of an inch, Mount Pocono 0.15 of an inch. So not too bad. Heavier rain out here towards Bradford, but not overall. Not extremely a big issue. Live look regionally, and the last of it really right now, we got this break here. We got this push. This will push out. We'll get a little bit more coming up over through the western part of the state, through Columbia, Montour, Northumberland. Will push through. So we may see a scattered shower here or throughout the night. So just be cautious for that. 47 degrees here at WILN. The wind chill factor is at 43. We saw 0.11 of an inch of rain today up here at our studios. Not too bad. Up in the Wyoming Valley, not looking too bad either. Temperature-wise in the 50s, all except for Lehman, which came in at 48. Currently across the states, 50 up in Avoca, 48 in Bradford, 55 in Towanda. Mount Pocono coming in at 46 as well. So the past 6 hours, this is what we saw leading up to 541 here. And you can see we still have a little bit this storm front here, okay? It's still going to push through our area and up and over. We're probably going to get the tail end of it in our area. Again, we could just see some showers here or there moving through. And as I said, we're going to see that. Nothing real major. You may see rumble of thunder or something. Nothing too bad as we move through. So tonight, if you're down in Mahanoy City, temperatures will be 50. Throughout the night, 51 to 53. Clear and cool as we move through. You're traveling tonight. Like I said, look for that rain. 47 up in Wilkes-Barre, 45 in Selinsgrove. And tomorrow, just going to be some cloudy, maybe a lingering shower here or there out towards the Poconos. Not looking too bad either. And the temperatures will stay roughly in about the 50s. Your 7-day forecast here in WYLN. Not looking too bad. That weekend's looking pretty good as well. As we said, Tuesday, 52 is a high. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you can see some clouds. We're going to get towards 60, but Saturday and Sunday looking not too bad. Some of that spring air is finally coming back. We can all be very happy for that. Your daytime winning lottery numbers, your pick 2, 3, 1, your pick 3, 0, 0, 9, your pick 4, 6, 7, 3, 2, your pick 5, 5, 6, 4, 2, 7, and your treasure hunt 3, 6, 8, 18, and 21. Stay with us here in WYLN. More news is headed your way right after this.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, and outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
You deserve to look your best.
Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
It's Monday, which means it's Medical Monday here on WYLN. Today, Tango from Physical Therapy and Balance Centers of Hazleton is talking benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, also known as BPPV.
Hi, this is Ting O.
And I'm Kathy O, and we're from Physical Therapy and Balance Center.
And welcome to Medical Monday. Today we're going to talk about a very common form of dizziness called BPPV, or benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, or as a lot of people know as the crystals in the inner ear. So BPPV is something that occurs to a lot of people over the age of 40. They actually find that about 10% of the population suffer from BPPV sometime in their life, and it usually happens more to females. Because what happens is there are calcium deposits in our inner ear, and as females we all know have problems more with the calcium. As you have problems with the calcium, these crystals, these calcium deposits in the inner ear will tend to degenerate with the rest of our bodies, and then they'll start to migrate to areas of the inner ear that they shouldn't. So the inner ear has 3 canals, we call them semicircular canals. And what they do is they detect movement of our head. So when we rotate your head or look up and down, inside these canals there's a little bit of fluid, and when we move, this fluid moves in the canals, and that's how our brain detects our movement. The problem with BPPV is that when these little calcium crystals gets into the canals, when we move, these crystals will move with us, and once we stop moving, the crystals will continue to move and tells our brains that we're moving, when we're not actually moving. So that's what creates the dizziness. So problems with BPPV, people usually get dizzy when they're moving, like rotating in bed, getting up and down, looking up. They actually call it top shelf syndrome, and it can be pretty violent to the point where the room spins. And there are some very easy fixes in the majority of people with BPPV. One of the most common treatment techniques is called the Epley maneuver. What the Epley maneuver does is it actually rotates these crystals and maneuvers them in the semicircular canals back into where they belong. I will caution people though that may have BPPV, be careful when you do this yourself, because what can happen if you do this maneuver wrong, it can actually migrate those little crystals into a different canal and actually making themselves worse where their dizziness is worse. So what we'll do right now is we'll demonstrate this Epley maneuver, but be careful if you're thinking about trying something like this at home. So we're going to treat this as if the crystals are in the right semicircular canal. So what I'll get Kathy to do is look to the right and then come and lay back over these pillows. And what we want is the head to be in an extended position and rotated to the right around about 45 degrees. And classically we'll stay in this position for about a minute. From this position we will move the head to the left, same position around about 45 degrees with the head extended. What this position does is it just moves the head to a point where we can move the crystals into another part of the canal. So we'll stay in this position for about a minute. From here, what I'll do is get Kathy to bend her right knee. And keeping her head rotated to the left, I'm going to get her to roll onto her left side. So now she's going to be essentially looking down, and she's going to tuck her chin in a little bit. There you go. And in this position, again, someone might get dizzy again because we're getting those crystals to migrate a little bit further into that semicircular canal. And this position, we will again just stay here for about a minute, or until the symptoms go away completely if they last longer than a minute. And from here, we'll get Kathy to bend her knees over the edge of the table, keep looking to the left and down, and then sit up to a seated position. And then slowly you can look back up. And from there, what happens is the crystals in the semicircular canal will now move into where they should be. And then from this position, once you sit up, you may get a little bit dizzy for a couple of minutes if you are woozy. Go ahead and sit for a little bit. After the Epley maneuver, you don't want to lay down for around about a day or two afterwards, and you don't want to do a lot of violent movements. So that's the Epley maneuver right there. But remember, for the people that have BPPV, it's something that can be easily fixed. But be careful when you're trying it yourself if you've never done it before, because moving it into the wrong canal can actually make it worse.
Call Physical Therapy and Balance Centers for a free 20-minute question and answer session. 501-1808. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, 1324 North Church Street in Hazel Township, or visit them online at hazeltonpt.com.
Coming up next, Eric DeBerardinis is in with sports here on WYLN.
If you're not in danger and you see a crime, text 274-637, 274-637, 274-637. Send your tip, take them off the street. Text 274-637. Send your tip, take them off the street. No one will know your identity.
Now helping to solve or prevent a crime is just a text away. Text my tips to the word crimes and let the law help you.
There's only one Hazleton-based television station that reaches voters across the entire region. WYLN-TV, the best political talk with extensive programming options. WYLN-TV, your stop for political talk.
The man responsible for bringing professional hockey to Philadelphia has passed away. Flyers founder and owner Ed Snider died this morning after a 2-year battle with cancer. When the NHL announced expansion plans in 1966, Snyder successfully brought a team to the city. The organization won 2 Stanley Cups in the mid-1970s, earning the nickname the Broad Street Bullies for their physical style of play. Snyder also built a financial empire with Comcast Spectacor and spent time owning the Sixers and as a part owner of the Eagles. He was elected to the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1988. Ed Snyder was 83. Locally, the Baby Penguins releasing a statement following the news earlier today. Quote, during the 2000s, the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Penguins and Philadelphia Phantoms forged one of the most heated rivalries in hockey. And while the teams were fierce competitors on the ice, behind the scenes, the front office staffs worked hard together to promote the game to their respective fans. The Penguins staff and management send our deepest condolences to the Snyder family on the passing of Mr. Snyder this morning. Now on Friday, the Baby Pens, still with an eye on the division title, taking on the now Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Rough night for WBS. Tristan Jarry struggles in goal. Adam Comrie, the defenseman, with a hat trick, and the Phantoms shut out the Pens for nothing. Saturday, a matchup with a team ahead of them in the standings. The Hershey Bears and Penguins with a crucial 4-3 victory, clinching a playoff spot for the 14th straight year. So, on Sunday, the chance to creep within 1 point of first, but Hershey gets the better of Wilkes-Barre-Scranton 5-3, almost locking up the Atlantic. Pens 5 points behind with 3 regular season games remaining. The Baby Penguins in quest of their first title. Villanova basketball captured their second ever championship a week ago today. As the Wildcats were crowned, so was a kid from Schuylkill County.
Director of Basketball Operations, George Halkovich.
That's a Pottsville native and Nativity grad getting some love during Friday's championship parade. While active in the planning of Friday's events, George did get to spend some time with his dad during the celebration.
That's where I get teared up. I mean, we're so proud of George, what he's done, but he's worked hard for it. And, you know, we're proud of him. But he also understands. George is a guy that's never lost his roots, and that's one of the great things about these coaches. Yeah, they want to make, yes, winning is important, but developing a great young man for the future, that's the most important thing to them, and they do.
Swish could be coming to Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Former Yankee Nick Swisher expected to join the Rail Riders soon. He'll give a boost to the offense that has scored just 8 runs through 3 games. 1-2 Scranton Wilkes-Barre starts a 3-game set with the Paw Sox tonight at 6:15. Meanwhile, the Iron Pigs, in search of their first win, they're rained out tonight though. A doubleheader set for Rochester tomorrow, and the home opener today for the Phillies. They're trailing San Diego 4-3 in the 9th inning. Stay tuned. Coming up, Gary Perna is in with a final look at the forecast.
Mary's dress sweet, like a vision she dances.
On April 23rd, the LC Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton will present the B Street Band, the original Bruce Springsteen tribute band, at 7:30. Nearly 5,500 performances and 34 years later, the B Street Band is still the hardest working tribute band on the circuit. Tickets are on sale now at the locations on your screen. The B Street Band, April 23rd at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton.
All right, now we take a look at the 7-day forecast. Tomorrow not looking too bad, 52 degrees as a high. And Wednesday, Thursday, Friday not looking bad either. Some clouds through Thursday and Friday, but that weekend's sure giving us something to look forward to. 64 on Saturday and a 70 on Sunday. So spring maybe finally has arrived. The low temperatures are still a little cool, but not too bad. And hopefully now we can break out the shorts and the flip-flops and get ready for summer.
Spring has sprung.
Oh, I think it
That is a
has.
beautiful 7-day forecast, something that we definitely have not seen.
Yes.
See, when Gary's here, he brings
sunshine.
the good news.
He brings sunshine.
Well, hey, you know, try to, bring good news when I visit here at YLN every now and then.
Yeah, I know. Well, we hope Joe feels better. I know he's out
Yes.
sick, so we do wish for that.
Maybe spring fever.
Maybe he does. You never know, but that Villanova parade, pretty exciting to be down there for it.
Yeah, lots of fun, and seeing how Kovaches be able to celebrate that and other people from our area.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, definitely, because I know a lot of kids from around here actually go to Villanova, so to be a part of that.
Some of your family members, I know.
Yeah, they do. So to be a part of that is something exciting. So, you know, when they get older, they could say, you know, my college, you know, my
It doesn't
university.
happen too often
No,
for Philadelphia.
it doesn't. It doesn't. Maybe the streak is over.
We'll see.
Have a good night.